all of our family were very close when we were growing up. My dad was close to his brothers and to his sisters. My mom was close to her brothers and her sisters. And they showed us about giving and about receiving. A lot of us forget about that. This is about my dad and one of his brothers. I love vehicles. I love cars and trucks, and buses too, if I could drive them. I love vehicles. I have no desire to drive in a, what do they call that, limousine, unless I'm behind the wheel of that vehicle. Then I would get in. My parents never had much for vehicles when we were young. And then my dad and his brother boy started doing something special, which they practiced for years to come. Uncle Boyd would get a new vehicle, and somehow he would get his old one down to my dad. And we were so glad. He lived in Montreal, and my sister Debbie spent part of her early childhood in Montreal. My sister Della was born in Montreal, but then they moved back to New Brunswick, and that's where I was born. And Karen was born in New Brunswick too, so three of us. Della uses her hands a lot. They say if you're from Quebec, you use your hands a lot when you speak. So, my dad and my Uncle Boyd, they had a very special relationship. And my dad would cherish and treat every vehicle with respect. And the odd time we got a car when we'd grown up enough, my favorite was the Skylark. It had a Fonzie light on the front. If you turned the lights on and the driver's side wasn't on, you just get out of the car and you go to the front and hit it. Like the Fonzie used to hit something and it would start to work. Very same thing with that light. Loved that car. We drove it a lot. We lived in Fredericton, three of us, Debbie, Della, and I. And Debbie and I had jobs. Della went to school, became a teacher. And we drove that Skylark a lot. Relationships and family mean a lot. Whether you have something or you have not. Once someone learns how to share, it becomes a part of their heart. And my Uncle Boyd had that heart of gold. And he and my dad had a special relationship. He didn't dishonor my dad by giving him a car. And my dad didn't dishonor him by saying, no, you don't. It was a good relationship. My Uncle Boyd realized early in life that when my dad went to work at 12 years old and gave all his money to the family to help them cope, that he was given much more than a car. He was given an education and aspiring to use his life for good. That's the drive that comes from family. When you receive those gifts, it's from family. Don't say no to it. It's from family. Family knows how to give to family. Laborer, white collar, it's all a gift.